Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I have the first update for my No Buy Low Buy Makeup Rehab series. Today I'm gonna tell you how I felt since I started my no buy. Then I'm gonna show you guys the makeup empties that I finished during this process, because you guys know that that's gonna count towards my makeup bank that I have, so that I'm able to purchase products that I want to purchase with rules that keep me in check. And then I'm gonna show you, since you guys requested, the products that I've purchased with the points, so that we know where the makeup bank is at, and also so that you can see the new products that have come into my life. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. My name is Jordana. I'm in a no buy low buy since June 1st. Today is gonna be my first update, and we're in August 10th, basically a 2-month update, and I'm hoping to keep this up until the end of the year. I was thinking about November, the last day of November, but I'm thinking to keep this up until the last day of December. I'm still planning this project as I go, but hopefully I can keep myself in check for at least 6 full months. On my channel, you will find project pans. You will find that I love my collection and that you often see repeat products. Also, a lot of favorites videos, get ready with me videos, tutorials, reviews, and then huge empties and huge empties goals. Everything related to makeup, because I love makeup. But today is gonna be my no buy update, and if you wanna see that, then just keep on watching. Okay, you guys, so first, if you love this look, I did it with the Nouveau palette by ABH, and I'm mentioning it because this is one of the products that I purchased for my no buy, and I will have that video up before this one. So if you are interested in my entire look and how I accomplish it using, for my eye look, the ABH Nouveau palette, then I will leave that video linked below. How I felt on this no buy low buy, I felt a little bit lost. I haven't felt as comfortable as I did on my 2020 no buy year, and I think it's because I've been more into makeup lately, into new releases, things that I want to purchase. I've been in a bronzer craze, blush craze, lipstick craze, and even though I got a lot of things as gift from a friend and I've purchased things this year, I always seem to want something more. So the need and want of buying makeup hasn't been gone at all. This month also, something that Hannah said on one of her videos is resonating with me, and she said that, remember when we used to have makeup or want to buy makeup because of the way we would use it and play with it and do infinite looks with just the makeup bag, like something, I'm paraphrasing, but it's something that she said, and she said, so right now, do you want your makeup just because of the playtime and the application time that you get with it, or are you more so inclined to just purchase makeup for the sake of purchasing it? So that has been in my thoughts every day since. Before that, I made the purchases that I made, and I don't regret them, because I don't. It's like when I'm eating something that I wanna eat, even if it's not the best thing for me. I'm not the type of person that will cry over it. If I did it, it's because I wanted to do it. And these products, I've become sort of a conscientious shopper. So whenever I want to buy something, I know that I'm gonna make the best out of it and that I'm gonna use it a ton. I think the only thing that I've purchased lately that it's not something that I knew I will use a ton, it's the Circo Loco palette by Natasha Denona. And I know that eventually I will hit pan in a bunch of shades, because Natasha Denona has my favorite formula, and those were gonna add interest to my Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette collection and the eyeshadow palettes in general that I use for my Franken palettes. But without going off topic, I've been just enjoying my makeup so much, but I've been more so, when I do my makeup, enjoying the application of it and being inspired by products that I want to get that I'm not getting because I'm trying not to purchase them, thinking, okay, if you would enjoy the application of this one, then why don't purchase this one from your own stash? That being said, I haven't lost the want or the deep need to purchase products. I have that always in my mind. I got a Sephora $100 card that I haven't used and I have all the products in my cart, but since I haven't been able to, and then I have another $5 card from my Sephora credit card that I got as points, and then I have a $25 card that I got as a gift card from one of my other credit cards that you could redeem for a Sephora gift card. So I have $130, and I haven't been able to make that the total amount of money that I want to spend on my Sephora card. It's about $500 or $400 right now, and even when I lower it, it's over $250. I decided that since I couldn't make up my mind about the products, then I wouldn't purchase any of them yet. I want to be just sure, and I want to be successful with my purchases, and I don't want to feel like I'm shopping just for the sake of shopping. So I'm waiting on it just to see if I want the products that I have in my cart and which ones I would just erase when it comes to the time to make the purchase. In my mind, I've been successful with my no buy or with my low buy, in the sense that I haven't just gotten everything that I've been wanting to get. The purchases that I made are thoughtful for me, but in another sense, I think this no buy hasn't been a successful one, because ideally I didn't want to purchase more than 1 or 2 products or 1 product per month. That was my inside goal. That being said, that's my update. That's how I'm feeling right now when it comes to my no buy low buy. Now I'm gonna show you the products that I've finished, which are a ton. Actually, they surprised me when I started to take them out of my empties bag. So I have a ton, so I will have a ton of points. And you guys know that this project works, that every 3 makeup empties that I have are gonna count towards 1 point on my beauty bank. Since I have a couple ones that are empties that are samples, I'm gonna count 2 samples as 1 empty, just so that I can make that kind of fair. So the first one that I have here is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This was the edition for December last year, and I go through this, you guys. I only have one left, and it's the bigger top, the one that they made for the 25th year anniversary. I will keep repurchasing this. I love it. I don't know why I'm reviewing it, but this is one empty. The second one is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Powder, and this is in the shade Blondie. This one, it's a beautiful yellow powder. I use it more than anything if I need to darken a foundation, or if I need to bake someone with mid skin tone, a client with a mid-tone skin. These I was working on for a while, and I finally finished it. The little amount that it had on the sides, it broke completely, shattered. I wasn't gonna pick it up from the floor. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish powder in the shade number 2. I have a replacement that was sent to me as a gift, but this is a beautiful powder. This is a blush. This is a MAC blush in the shade At Dusk. It has a little bit of product right here, but I'm not gonna get out of my way of using it. This was basically shattered in pieces, but I could make it work because it was so low, and then I wanted to depot it. I couldn't depot it, that's why it's broken. And then I just tried to finish it the way it was, and I was successful at it. Grabbed a few pieces that were left out, and I repressed them in a little NARS pan, but I think it just got ruined because the formula of the extra dimension blushes, it doesn't work. I wish this would have been a permanent blush, because you can see that this is exactly the type of shade that I would use, and I think I'm gonna back to MAC this. This foundation, you guys saw me declutter the little pot that came inside of this one, and then I finished this one on my Partners in Cream project pan. This is the Pony Effect foundation. It was not my favorite, and it was already expired when I started using it again. I have here Precisely My Brow pen in the shade number 5. I love this one. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Madison liquid lipstick. This is one of my favorite shades of ABH. I don't think they make this one anymore. I would repurchase. This is completely gone, and I love this even as an eyeliner. I'm not recommending that you do that, but if you want to, they look beautiful if you want a bold eyeliner. And this one as a lippy, I think it's so flattering. hydrating and beautiful for a bold color that is not red, that is not Barbie pink, that is not too purple. It's just magenta and it's perfect. Then two primer samples. I have here the Becca First Light Priming Filter, and then this one that I finished also on my Partners in Cream, the Too Faced Hangover RX. I used to love the Becca one. The brand doesn't exist anymore, and then the Hangover RX I wouldn't repurchase. I finished the L'Oreal Voluminous Black Mascara. I tend to use this one just as a nice mascara. It's not my favorite anymore. I always use the waterproof one. I use it on my clients as well, but I think I found a replacement that's cheaper since I always put fake lashes on my clients. The Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in Cocoa. It's my favorite Laura Mercier Caviar Stick. It has still a little bit inside of it, but it's completely flat, and I have a backup. This is definitely one that I love so much that I would always have it in my collection. For me, it can be the only eyeshadow that I would have. If I could only keep one, I can do a lot of things with it. It stays put, it becomes a liner, you can do a smoky eye, you can do a light wash. It's just perfection. The Mr. Brow Groom Brow Gel. This is my favorite brow gel. I've been loving this one, which is the one that I'm using on my brows today. They got to be glued. This is so much cheaper than this one, but I still love this one. I'm thinking about, since I love the spoolie of this one, putting this inside of this and see how it works, because I can just repurpose the packaging. So this is another empty. The Stila Glitter and Glow, the mini one. This is not a sample, so I'm not gonna count it as half. This is in the shade Diamond Dust. I like this. I will repurchase eventually a few of the Stila glitters, but not right now. Then the YSL, this is the Tintin Balm in the shade number 8. I even scraped the inside of it and placed it in another top that was empty. Love this one. I wish I would have gotten it in a pinky shade, but I enjoyed the orangey one while it lasted. I have here the Iconic Nude by Charlotte Tilbury. This is a good one, but I still prefer another lip liner that I love so much, the Makeup Forever 3C. Then I have here Urban Decay Zero done, and then I also have here, which one is this one? The Infallible Black Noir eyeliner from L'Oreal. So 2 black liners and 1 lip liner. I have here the Born This Way foundation in the shade Ivory by Too Faced. This is a staple foundation. I love the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. They are my favorite, and I have them on my makeup artistry kit. I adore them. Then also the Estee Lauder Double Wear, the shade 4W4 is one of my favorite foundations to use on clients. It's so beautiful. I'm sorry that I ran out of this shade. It's one of the shades that I use the most. And I finished this one on my Partners in Cream Project Pan. This is the L'Oreal True Match in the shade W3. I wish I had it in W2, but right now I'm not purchasing any foundations. I'm good with the 2 new ones that I have in my collection, and I don't need any more foundation. I want to actually finish a ton of them. This one is my favorite drugstore foundation that I've ever used. And then sadly, I finished my Urban Decay All Nighter full size. I'm thinking about repurchasing the 2-pack at the end of the year, keeping one on my makeup artistry kit and one for myself. This will last me about 2 years, so for me it's a good investment and I don't feel like it's wasteful at all. Okay, you guys, so that makes it so that I have now in points 6.66 items that I could purchase, plus the 6 that I had as a initial beauty bank. So that means that I have almost 13 products that I'm able to purchase. And now let's go into the products that I actually purchased after doing my no-buy video. You guys, one product that I got that I think you guys will want me to review, that I got just before I started my no-buy, is the Heaven's Glow Radiant Veil Blush in the shade Faded Clementine. And it's this one right here, and I got it with a lippy in the shade Magic Hour. This is just so beautiful. I told you guys that since I bought Baroque, I was obsessed with it and that I wanted to try the formula more. One of the things that happened to me, this one doesn't count with my points, but it's something that I bought, and one of the things that happened to me, and it's the reason why I'm showing you this, is that they had a spring release. I think it was a limited edition release with persimmon and cherub, and those were two Heaven's Glow blushes that were limited edition, that were so beautiful. And the shade cherub was one that actually piqued my interest, but it was sold out and they didn't have them in stock when I bought Baroque, or when I bought the Heaven's Glow Radiant Veil blush, or when I bought the bronzer that I got from M Cosmetics. So I got a notification that they were back in stock, and I decided to purchase them, and then I went ham and purchased another one. So now I have 5 of Heaven's Glow blushes, and I told you guys when I mentioned that Baroque was my favorite, that would be just a formula that I was gonna obsess over. So I know eventually I will have all the shades of the blushes. I didn't need to get all these 5 blushes in the span of a few months, but I did. So I'm gonna show them to you. Cherub is the one that I'm wearing on my face today. So these blushes come in these beautiful boxes, and I have this one that I'm wearing on my cheeks. This is, like I said, Cherub, and I find it to be so beautiful. This is right up my alley, and I think this is a blush that I will use a ton. I've been using it a ton since I got it. Then I have here persimmon, or persimmon, I don't know how you pronounce it in English. This is another one from the same collection with the angels. It was just 2 shades, and this is orangey, but it's different from Faded Clementine. This is like a tangerine shade, and I find it to be super beautiful. But I've come to realize that I'm not that into orange blushes now. I'm into a more pinky blushes. So in a way, I'm sad that I picked up a Faded Clementine and persimmon. Even though I'm gonna use them nowadays, I'm going more towards neutrals or pinky blushes, which is a new thing for me. Maybe it's just a phase, because I used to be always into peachy, then into bright pinks, then into neutrals, then into peaches again, or orange blushes, and now I'm then into neutrals again, and now I'm super into pink blushes. And I also got then Magic Hour, and this one, it's like an in-between. It's not too pinky and it's not too peachy, and it's just so stunning. This one I love so much. If I would have gotten Cherub and this one and Baroque, I would have been set with shades that I adore, because I haven't gotten used to persimmon or Faded Clementine. By the way, you guys, if you want me to do a cheek swatching video of the Heaven's Glow blushes, I'm gonna have a Laura Mercier one going up pretty soon. So if you want to see one with the Heaven's Glow blushes, swatch them on my face on different days where I do different looks, let me know, because I would love to do that and give you an overall review with the 5 shades that I have and compare them and whatnot. Then I had about $15 worth of points on my Sephora credit card, and I wanted to try the Rare Beauty blushes. So I added $5, so I paid about $5 for this one, and this is the Rare Beauty blush in the shade Happy. These went viral and everyone has been loving this color, and I thought it was gonna be more Dior Rosy Glow, and it's similar to it, but it's a more warm tone than I was expecting. I was expecting it to be a little bit more cool tone, but I love it. I'm wearing it underneath a Cherub. On that video, you will see it in action. And I've been actually wearing it for the gym. It's super highly pigmented, but you can make it sheer with only 1 dot for both cheeks, and blend it with your beauty blender, blend it with a brush, blend it with your fingers. It's just a phenomenal product, and I don't see myself running out of it. Want about 4 more shades of this one that are more on the natural side, like this one, so that I could wear them often. I've been super into cream products, and that's a bad thing for a no-buy, because cream products are all the rave right now. And then I bought the Anastasia Nouveau palette, and this one is not a regret at all. I'm wearing it on my eyes today. This is so beautiful. Today was the first time that I used it, because I was waiting to have time to film a video while I filmed like a first impressions. I knew that I was gonna like it because I love the color scheme, and I usually love ABH formula. This is one of my favorite formulas of eyeshadow. I think this is even a little bit better than most of the ABH eyeshadow formulas that I've tried, and the color scheme is different, and I find it to be beautiful for weddings, for bridesmaids, even for a mother of the bride when they don't want to wear mauvey tones. I think this green one, it's a good sort of neutral option. So yeah, these I will use on my makeup artistry kit and I will use on myself. I love the packaging. This one was a no-brainer. This was, I think, the first thing that I bought after I started my no buy. As soon as it was released and as it was promoted, I think even before my no buy, I decided, okay, I'm gonna purchase that once it's out, and I purchased it the day it came out. It's just that, you know, it takes a long while to get to me. I've had it for about a month right now, but I wasn't able to use it because I was waiting to have time to film a video. That means that I've gotten 5 things during these first 2 months. That's not that bad if you can count the amount of makeup that I finished, and also if you keep in mind that the blushes are gonna last me a long time and that are formula that I will love and adore. Those are products that I know I will get a lot of use out of, and I'm hoping that I can even put them in projects. I'm thinking about doing a Team Project Pan next year, or some sort of project, even if it's Team Project Pan with variation in which I rotate seasonally my full face, and I just don't know what I'm gonna do. I think that project panning is not the same that it was for me, because I basically shop for a new face. Every time I'm gonna do a full face of makeup, I shop for a new face in my stash, and I love doing that since it's my collection. I want to enjoy it, and then I also keep a everyday bag just in case I don't have the time. So I don't know, Project Pan hasn't been working the same for me, except for the Partners in Cream Project Pan that I've been keeping up with and that I love so much. Okay, you guys, so that was it for the update. I hope that you could hear me because my baby's sleeping right now in the next room, and I didn't want to wake him up, and my dogs are barking because there's someone doing AC repair on our room. As a recap, I haven't felt successful with my no buy, but in a way I felt successful with the mindset of playing with my makeup and keeping in mind that I enjoy more than buying makeup. I enjoy doing my makeup, and that you could do most looks under the sun. If you only have like a drawer filled with makeup, you could do anything and everything just with one drawer of makeup, and I have about 20 drawers filled with makeup. Then also I finished 20 products. That means that I added up to my 6-point bank, 6.6 points, so I have now almost 13 points. But then again, I bought 5 new products, so now I have on my beauty bank 8 products. I shouldn't be so quick to judge myself. I didn't go overboard and didn't finish anything and then bought more than what I had on my bank of points, but I'm harsh on myself. I prefer to do all or nothing. That's something that I've been figuring out during these no buy low buy. So that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this update. If you want to see the Heaven's Glow blush performance collection review, swatching on my cheeks video, let me know below. Also, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. I'm gonna leave everything that I mentioned here linked below, so that if you guys want to purchase it, you can do so from the links, and that way you can help support my channel. That's it, you guys. I love you, and I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.